Before we begin, if any of you guys know of a reputable artist that can draw Kokomi art for us, let me know in the comment section. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so let's begin the video. Now, will this be the new meta team replacing Sukokomon? Absolutely not. Is this a fun sort of variation that I can recommend you try in the Spiral Abyss? Yeah, this is a fun AoE team. If you can correctly apply all of the elements and sort of interweave them and so on, I think you can have a really good time. This team just shreds in an AoE area like you cannot believe it, and that's what makes it so fun. It's a very high skilled sort of team as well. You've got to be constantly aware of what you're doing, and unlike the Sukokomon team, what's cool about this team is you don't have a strict order in which you need to play the rotation. You can use your abilities in many different orders depending on what you want to sort of focus in terms of triggering reactions. So sometimes you might want to sort of swirl like Pyro and trigger more Vaporize with Yelan. Other times you might want to swirl the Hydro instead, Electro. There's like so many different things you can do, and this is what makes Sucrose as well like a very high skilled sort of character. One of the fun things about this team is the movement ability, and I think Yelan enables so much movement. When I tried this sort of first chamber like with my other team that I always also use in Spiral Abyss, I felt that Ayaka was just so slow compared to the movement speed that I'm so used to with Yelan. Just that very quickly going triggering the little lifeline on both of these Primo Geovishaps. It's just an absolute ton of fun, and like I said in my previous videos, this rapid maneuverability is something Xingshu cannot offer you. Everyone just wants to say EQ and then I want to go on to the next character, but with Yelan you can be so much more active, you can breathe in so much more life into a team like this, and you wouldn't really get that fun maneuverability if you had used Xingshu instead. So basically this team, as you can see here, is entirely F2P or F2P achievable, if you want to sort of put it that way. We've got Yelan on the Favonius Warbow, Talent 688, we've got Sucrose Sacrificial Fragments. I have not built my Sucrose like fully, so my Sucrose is only at about like 590 EM. I want her at about 900 if it's like possible. Obviously on my main account I've got like a Sucrose at that level, so Sucrose needs a lot of work. My Beidou needs like a lot of work in terms of her weapon. Her weapon's not like fully built. Clean needs more talent. She's only at like 666 or something like that. So this team, or my team in particular, that you can see here, needs a bit of an artifact upgrade. They need like more talent upgrades, but I think once those talent upgrades are there, they should be able to very consistently sort of clear the Spiral Abyss second half in terms of the single target DPS. The AoE sort of on the first halves is very sort of easy to do and pull off in a very good time, but what I found is when I used this team against Magukenki and Perpetual Mechanical Ray is that I just couldn't clear it fast enough. So I won't be showing you Magukenki or Perpetual Mechanical Ray. I'll do it at a day when I can do it within the sort of 7-minute bound, so 8 or like 650 or 653 and so on is not good enough for me. I want to show you guys something that is relatively consistent, and it also gives you like a bit of leeway as well. But for all of the first halves, look, this team can just look at this. You just sort of melt and smash everything so quickly. Provided you can execute your abilities in the right way, it is just so much fun. And yeah, this is just me sort of experimenting around, trying different things. I did say in my previous video, Yelan is not just an EQ bot like Xingshu, and therefore she is the sort of like the side grade Xingshu as people call it. She is a character that can breathe in all of this new life, sort of make characters like Klee really fun to play as well, and also sort of really test your skill and sort of knowledge of elemental applications and seeing how much you can sort of like apply the elements correctly. I love Yelan. It's such a fun character, so much fun in this like Sukokomon like team. Just reactions. Look at this. This is all about that skill ceiling, being able to constantly get the enemy sort of off guard and all of that. You guys know me. I love like skill based characters, and that's why I hate characters like Bennett and Xiangling, because you just press Q and that's it, and you artificially extend Bennett's buff without having to do anything. It's so boring. But with a team like this and characters like this that you can see on screen, it's just so much more fun. So yeah, let me know if you guys have a properly built Beidou, Klee, Sucrose, and Yelan. See if this team works for you. See if you can make it work. I find that you need a bit of practice to pull it off, but other than that, you can just wreak so much havoc. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching and have a great day. Cheers.